Hello world, Michael here. I now have our first batch of test results from our cluster performance test. I'm going to share the raw data with you very quickly, and then in a future video, I can unpack everything and explain more about the testing theory and what's next. So this first batch, we're just testing 1 to 4 servers in a cluster, and we want to see what they can handle. The primary bottleneck of our servers is CPU. We have enough network bandwidth, we have enough storage, we have enough memory. CPU is largely what we look at, and that's what limits us. To make it easier to test, I've intentionally nerfed the servers, so they're small, they're tiny. So we're using mini servers instead of the normal size that we would use in a production environment. So here are the results. Again, CPU is our limiter. We're testing 1 to 4 servers using 100 to 700 players. At the bottom is a mention of the aggregate message traffic for the entire cluster. In the case of 100 players, you've got 500,000 messages per second that the cluster is handling in total. 700 players show 2.45 million messages per second across the entire cluster. And like I said, we're limited by CPU, so what we want to see is as we add servers to the cluster, we want to see that CPU usage drop. We want it to drop linearly as we add servers, because we don't want any diminishing return. We don't want it to level off to where it's always at least 50% or something like that, because that would mean the cluster would have a limit. And what we're going for here is server technology that enables us to have no diminishing return so that we can add a very large number of servers to a cluster. And that would be nice. That'll let us have a true single shard game. It'll mean there's no queuing behavior. You don't have to wait for anything. You can go anywhere, do anything you want at any time. There's no density limits, etc. So here's the raw data. We can unpack this in the comment section, and in the next video that I will be releasing will be the next batch of tests, which will, of course, test larger cluster levels. So I'll do 8, 16, and 32, and we'll see what the scaling looks like. And then at some point, I will explain the testing theory and all that we have to do to simulate the clients. And then there's different kinds of client behavior that we can choose to simulate or not. And so that is obviously an important detail to understand what is being tested and what kind of conclusions we can draw from it. So here's the data. Just wanted to get that out to you quickly. Thanks, and I'll catch you in the next one.